So it's been 1 year on YouTube, and quite an insane journey at that. In today's video, I'm gonna break down my key learnings, spending 1 year on YouTube, some of the key stats and how much money I've made from YouTube ad revenue, and then what's next for the Heist channel and the Heist community. But before we do that, let's rewind to the first thing I said on YouTube. Okay guys, welcome to the inaugural video of this channel. Thanks for joining me in this journey. My goal really is to put up at least a video a week for a year. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. I'm just going to try to drop as much value as possible. One of my frustrations, I don't know if it's been one of yours, is just people flashing screenshots and kind of talking about how they're successful, but you never really get to see the detailed blow-by-blow detail of how a successful Amazon business is built. So we're going to kick it off today with a deep dive into a launch. So not much has changed, frankly, from my sentiments in that first video. I really just wanted to put myself out there, put my ideas out there, put my experiences out there into the YouTube/Amazon ecosystem, do it once a week, try not to hawk anything and monetize too much, and just see what would happen. And I think honestly, the journey's been super interesting, super fulfilling, and probably given me more than I ever anticipated would happen. So some of my key learnings, and I think this goes for YouTube as well as other things that have happened in my life. But the first is to chase the reasons, not the outcomes. I didn't want to come into this YouTube stuff with a grand ambition to sell something, to monetize stuff right away, to have personal objectives. I really just wanted to do it as a personal challenge, a personal journey, a personal exploration of growth, just to see what would happen, to see if I could do it, to see if I would like it. With those simple intentions, the outcomes take care of themselves, frankly, they come. And I've had a crap ton of opportunities. In addition to the money I've made on YouTube ad revenue, although it's nothing to write home to mom about, it's better than a kick in the pants too. But I've made money off of affiliate stuff, so that's been good. Made a ton of connections. I've been on a ton of podcasts. I've become a partner of frickin' Amazon software company. How cool is that? But I think more than anything, I've just built what I believe are certainly lifelong relationships, friendships, and audience members as part of this community that will serve themselves in various ways throughout my life, I'm sure, and already have up to this point. So chase the reasons, not the outcomes. The second is that discipline and consistency matters, like anything in life, whether you're working out, building a business, building a relationship, building a YouTube channel. There was a handful of weeks in there, I'm sure, over the last 12 months that I didn't want to post a video, I didn't want to do it, didn't want to think about it, didn't want to edit it. I mean, it's work like anything else is. It takes some time commitment, right? But consistency matters. One foot in front of the other. Small individual efforts, incremental efforts, snowball over time. And that's when stuff builds up and special things happen. But you're not going to see it when you're in the midst of it. And there's going to be times when you don't want to do it. And that's where I think discipline and the mentality of chugging through stuff and keeping commitments to yourself, right? I made a commitment to myself that I was going to do this once a week. And so discipline matters. I think that was reinforced over the last year on building this YouTube channel. And then the final thing is that success comes in drips, not waterfalls. So, much like anything in life, you're going to put a lot of the hard yards in and you're not going to see outcomes. It's going to be those little incremental drips of success along the way that will keep you going, that will show you that you're moving in the right direction. And then every once in a while, you'll get surprised by looking back and being like, hey man, there's been some cool stuff that's developed out of this. So like building a business, like doing anything in life, again, building a YouTube channel is very similar to me, that success has come in drips with this. It hasn't been one waterfall of success. It's been incremental things that have snowballed over time to create something special. And then the final thing I would just say is trust matters. Integrity matters. You got to do not only things in life, but do them in the right way. And I think that the community, I've just been humbled to my knees in terms of what you guys have done for me, what you've shown me, the appreciation you've shown me. And I know that there's trust that's embedded into that. And I know that, that takes time to build up and it's easy to lose. But man, trust is powerful. When you have people that are locking arms together and that have your back, you know, special things happen. And I feel like the Heist community has certainly embodied that and built this trust ecosystem that I'm super, super proud of. So that's what I've learned. Let's kind of peel into the YouTube studio so you can see some of the stats, including how much money I've made over the last year. Okay, so let's dive into YouTube Studio so you guys can see some of the stats and data behind this channel 1 year in. Kind of the fun part about YouTube is you can show behind the curtain. It's a little bit easier to be transparent than it is to show behind an Amazon account. So let's dive in. So this is last 28 days. Let's just go to lifetime. All right, so 221,000 views, 31,000 hours of watch time, which is kind of mind-boggling when you add that up. Pretty surreal. Subscribers, 7.4K, and then I've made a whopping 57.41 in terms of ad revenue. So kind of just see how this is changing over time. Subscriber count's been pretty steady the whole time through. A couple spikes from people that have mentioned me that are more Amazon YouTube famous than I am. And then the revenue, you can see it didn't start until September, and it's been pretty steady for the most part. Top videos during the period is the keyword masterclass continues to be kind of the alpha video of the channel, about 24,000 views. The next up is the product research masterclass, and then a launch case study, and then $1 million listing, and then it gets into some other stuff there. So that is the overview in terms of reach. 3 million impressions. So I've basically seen the video, 4.1% click-through rate, 220,000 views. Most of the views are coming from the browse feature. And then Facebook and Google search are the two traffic sources that come from external. Yeah, that's about it. Let's go to engagement. Again, 31,000 hours of watch time, which is pretty crazy when I add that all up and just think of how much time has been dedicated to watching videos on the channel over the last year. Average view duration is 8 minutes, 25 seconds. See if there's anything else that's interesting here. That looks about it. Let's go to the audience. (62% were not subscribers, 38% were. Most are from the US, 30% from the US. Love my Aussies, uggy, 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 oi, 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 8.8%. Canada, 7.3%. The motherland, United Kingdom, coming in at 7%. This is kind of interesting. I was actually expecting this to be a little bit older. So the largest demographics, 25 to 34. So 48% of the audience, 33-ish% is 35 to 44. In terms of gender, we still got a sausage party going on here. 87% dudes, 13% females. Let's go to the revenue. This is probably one of the more interesting ones. So 5.7 thousand revenue, which again kind of started, you have to accumulate a certain amount of watch time and a certain number of views in order to monetize a channel. So it took, I don't know, 8 months to monetize the channel. CPMs over that time is about $77. The RPMs is 26 bucks. That's really, really high. If you went to your average kind of content creator, it's going to be more in the $5 to $10 range. So because a lot of people sell courses, as you see ads on this channel and other kind of, buy my course type stuff, they pay more. Advertisers have to pay more to access an audience like this. Been pretty consistent around that $600-700 a month. The top earning video, again, kind of based on volume as well. Keyword masterclass, 830 bucks, and then 400 bucks from the product research. And that is about it for stats. So that's about it, guys. Just wanted to do a quick, really thank you video, reflection video on the year that has been my YouTube journey. Again, I think it's cliche and goes without saying, but really, it's the comments, it's the likes, it's the impact and stories that are coming out of this content in people's businesses and lives that really is kind of what's hitting home for me on how stinking cool this damn thing is. So in terms of what's next, first of all, I'm going to keep doing this, right? I think one of the things I wanted to figure out over this past year is, hey, is this something that I enjoy doing? And barring a couple of weeks where it was a pain in the ass, I actually really do love doing this. It's super fun and rewarding, and it's a personal challenge for me and makes me better. So I'm definitely going to keep putting out content. Expect some more private access type community stuff to come out here in the coming months. I've got to knock out a couple things first, and there's gonna be some really big news here in the next couple of weeks. But once that gets knocked out, I'm gonna turn my attention to building some private community type stuff, probably some in-person events as well. So we'll be able to hopefully see each other in person at various Amazon events that I'll either be a part of, I'll just be attending, or maybe we'll even put on. And the final thing to expect is just some really cool stuff on the software front happening with Sellerize. There's some really interesting features that are coming out that I'm excited to explore and share with you all. And aside from that, let's just keep on trucking, keep on giving her, see what happens. And I just want to say thanks for being part of this journey. If you've been here either a week old or 1 year old, drop a comment down below on some nuggets that have created value for you from the Heist community. I'd love to hear them. I'd love for us all to kind of share a dialogue. But let's see what happens over the next year. Lock arms again. I'm gonna keep cranking. I hope you do too. But from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate you guys for coming along for the journey. It means a lot. All the likes, comments, and attention that you've given to the channel, it means a lot. Cheers. I am a fighter.